All right. Welcome, sketchbook heroes, sketchbook warriors. We're on here with a good book, drawing figures. We're doing our figure drawings here still for the month of April. Welcome to April, April 4th day. Yeah, it's April 4th day. All right, so we're gonna, I didn't check our meetup, and yeah, I'm sure, let's check there. We've got some images there, and I think we're gonna start off there, see what we've got. I haven't even checked that. I've been out at the Getty, so yeah, it was a really beautiful day out there today with all the wind that we've been having. It really cleared up all the smog and everything. All right, we'll see what we've got. I've got to log in for some reason. I'm not a robot. And let's share my screen and jump right in and see what we've got. I don't even know. I don't even know what we've got tonight on tap. Do we even have anything? I don't see Learning Foundations. Did you upload something, Ellen?
I uploaded lots.
Oh,
I went really crazy on Thursday.
All right.
Well, a lot of them are not to draw. A lot of them are just cute sayings that I found.
Oh, I love cute sayings. You know how I like quotes and you know, it really, the quotes really get people thinking, because, you know, it's really just about a lot of the mindset.
Yeah. And Thursday, I think I gave you about 5 different versions of Nighthawks.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you mentioned Nighthawks. Oh, look at these. Ooh, that's interesting. I was looking at Monet. Oh, love the figure here. We might Wonder Woman too. Oh yeah. I think we might jump into the book. Oh, give a mouse a cookie. I mentioned that, didn't I? I think I mentioned that recently. Oh, look
yes,
at this.
You did. I said there was no point in anything except cookies and cartoons, and then you mentioned. Right. But yeah, using your new book would be good.
Yeah. Yeah, the new book, and this is a good, I really like this because you can see that the torso, or the top of the torso here, and these are the important lines, and this is a good gesture, what to look for in a figure, right? Trying to get the proportions right, so the length of these, especially when it's in perspective. This is a kind of a pretty straightforward, ooh, it's windy out there, pretty straightforward drawing. That's really good. So if you have a chance, or you can draw it now, put pause if you're watching the video and draw that. And these are really good too. Love these action shots. Definitely next level. Oh yeah, we mentioned this too. Yeah, this is really cool. The lighting coming from left to right. You get in these now with technology, you can get this like animated too. It's like not animated, but they take videos. Oh wow, this is cool. Retro evolution of the bikini. Yeah, that's cool. Oh, hey, I have that book. It's a good one. We drew this one. I remember drawing that cowboy.
I know. I've mentioned, well, I put in a comment before that maybe we should try from your book again.
Oh yeah. We have a new book. I have so many books. Oh my gosh, you can't believe it. I mean, I don't have all those books right there, but yeah, I definitely need to go through them and do stuff, but I'm so focused on things right now. We'll get to it. All right. Oh, this looks familiar too. Paralyze the crowd scene. Oh, to focus on ratios. Yeah. Well, yeah, ratios and just trying to abstract, because this is so complex. How do you simplify this? I mean, I can see this big circle in here. See this big circle, and then you just start breaking it into parts, right? You can see
I understood a crowd scene. I didn't understand to focus on ratios, but I gave you a crowd scene.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah, it's a huge crowd scene. A lot of cats.
Millions of cats, hundreds of cats, thousands of cats.
A crowd scene. Wow. Yeah. So I don't know. We can break one of these down. I really like this one. This is really nice. You can see the light coming from the left. Edvard Munch. That was Edvard Munch, huh? Wow. And yeah, I think that's it. I think we went through the whole thing already. All right, tell you what. So we'll start with my book, and then we'll jump into some of these at the end of the day. We're only going to go for an hour and a half, so we need to just really jump on this. All right, so I can screenshot this and then have people use this. Let me see, stop share, here we go. And then we got, I wonder if I can screenshot. I've never tried this before. When I have my new camera system set up, I'll be able to focus one camera on this and then one camera on that. But you can see how important form is. Form is there, drawing blocks and spheres and cylinders. Cylinders are really important. How do you draw them in space and going back in space and looking at the angles? So if you're having trouble with that, And it's good to take on challenges. You're going to struggle if you don't have that down, and that's okay. It's good to struggle because you can see here, here's the pelvis block going forward, and here's the torso coming down, right? And the angle of that spine back there. And there's the Loomis head. There's the Loomis head, the infamous Loomis head. So let's see. We did proportions last week, and we can still do this. Let me see, like here you can see this. This is really cool how it's been breaking it down. It's all about breaking it down. You can see the clavicle, sternum, and how it just all starts coming together. This is great stuff. So I'm going to kind of go through it. I don't know. This is really good if you want to take the video on Thursday. I'll upload the video tomorrow, but you can get a chance to kind of pause it and kind of maybe draw from here. If you see anything you like, you can see the torso again going forward, and then kind of like the pelvis going forward or back, depends on which way you're looking. But it's at an angle. And then here it breaks down the arm too, breaks down the arm really nicely. You can see that's really cool. It breaks down into form. And here this to the torso and the there we go. Let's see what else. Oh, the hands. It really breaks down hands nicely. Those are great. And I actually have a bunch of Time magazines from the 60s that I'm thinking of doing the same thing, kind of breaking it down like this and showing it through. Okay, drawings. There we go. Neck and head and neck. So these are good. Just going to flip through these real quick so you can see them. And if you see the video, you can see the muscles. Look at there's the sternocleidomastoideus. There's the clavicle, and there's the sternum. And you can see the muscles. That's the trapezium in the back. The deltoids here, the pectoralis. Whoa. Uh-oh. What's happening? Why is my oh, Adeline Ross. Okay, shoot. Must be hold on. It might have been an accident. Let's see. Security. Let me see. Turn that off. There we go. That's better. Let me see what else. I always leave it on. I got to figure out how to not let you. Let's see. All right. I think that's it. All right, cool. You can see the skull, the bones, again, the Loomis head. Just going through the book, the angles, the shield, the sphere, the shield part of the head. There's the halfway point, the eyes at the halfway. Different kinds of heads. The ear should be drawn behind the mid distance. Oh, see the mid distance. There it is. It should be behind that mid distance.
We have someone who came in a little late needs information about the book.
All right, great. Here's the book again. Morpho Simplified Forms. It is Mike Michel Lauricella and Rocky Nook. Just going through the book pages. It's on. It'll be on YouTube tomorrow. So if you go to our YouTube channel, down. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, Darren Watkins. I reported. Yeah, there we go. Oh, yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, I don't know. There might be one more person. No, that's all good. We're doing it. And different angles too. This is where it starts getting more complex, getting the different angles that the head to face up and the different parts. Let's find a really good one. Oh, the eye. This is really good. This is really good. You can see the shapes and the parts of the eye. Practice drawing these. There's the head. This is the angle's probably looking up a little bit. This one's straightforward. The nose. And you can see how it breaks down the structure so you can see the parts. That's so critical. Great book. Lips. See how it breaks it down. You can see the shapes and you can see the form. The form, even on the ear. Ear is really good on here. You can see like a question mark and break it down to the different cartilage parts. And here the back of the head. And I think that's the trapezium coming back. Yeah, that's the sternocleidomastoid on that side. It's kind of a fun word to say once you like know how to say it. But again, like anything, takes practice. Here, this is the one I really like. This torso. You can see the block torso. This one facing forward. This one going back. and really just that torso, the pelvis. And then this is a good one. We should probably do this one here. Let me see if I can screenshot that and see if I can, we'll draw this one. Start off with this one here. It's our first drawing for the night. Oops, try this link. Oh, okay, cool. You found it. All right, so it's up on there. Let me see if I can. Oh yeah, I can screenshot. Oh, great. Let me screenshot this character here. Oops, let's escape that. Get a little closer on this hand over here. I was trying to not do that torso. All right, here we go. There it is. And now it's in the chat. A chat GPT. All right, let's do this. All right, I'll try to keep it close to the side. Here we go. I can do that. And then draw it next to it over here. That would be good. All right, there you go. That would be good. That would be good. Let's do this. All right. So again, I don't know. When I'm just drawing to draw, I always draw get that head in first, and see that circle shape. And then I can see just there's the circle shape. Here's the shield kind of coming at an angle, but you see circle shape is universal. No matter where, how big or how small, you want to start off with that circle shape and then make sure you kind of have space down here. I know I'm going to have to move this up just because I know size wise. And my camera, we'll have a better camera on. Yeah, we'll have a better camera on Thursday. We should have our camera set up on Thursday. I don't know what's going on. I've got new lights, but still it's a little blurry for me anyways. All right, there's my head. Again, the angle, here's the shield with the angles for the jaw kind of coming down at that angle there. There we go. Oh, let me see. I think a little bit more of an angle there. See, I can adjust. I'm looking back and forth, maybe more of an angle. I probably could have brought it out a little bit more. Looking down on it, that's what I need. Once I have my setup, I'll be able to look down on my drawings. Yeah, I think I can do that now, actually. I just need to scoot over a little bit more. There we go. Yeah, I had to fix this. This was off. And it's those little adjustments. I can even cut this jawline a little bit. But you can see, start off with that circle. Here's the face. Here's the neck. And I can see the neck coming down out at this angle. And the neck is a cylinder. That's a cylinder shape. And then here comes the torso. Here comes the torso. So here comes the torso. It's coming through the back. And notice it comes actually up through the face. I mean, if it's coming up through here, if you were to see it transparent, it's back here because of the overlapping. We're almost looking down at this character, actually. We're looking down at this character. But here's the torso. This torso shape is kind of like this shape here. There it is, that shape there. And then we can cut in the ribs. And of course, that thing in the middle, the sternum. And see, we don't have to worry about the bones. And this is all just would be one solid shape if you're really learning to see, actually one solid form. We're drawing the shape, but it's a form. It's like an egg shape. It really is. This is kind of like an egg shape. And you'll get the feel of it once you start drawing it from different angles and start seeing, oh, okay. Start seeing it. There's squash on this side. There's a little bit of a squash, so it's closer. And here's the stretch on this side. There's a stretch on this side. And this is the angle almost horizontal. It slightly comes down where the pelvis is. The pelvis is here. It comes down. And here's the pelvis block.
Someone can't see your drawing.
No? Oh, is it?
I can.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Let me spotlight myself. There we go. There we go. That's it. It should be side by side. It should be here and then here. And I am spotlit now. All right, I'm spotlit now. All right. I can actually, while you're catching up, if you haven't gotten it, I'm draw the face here. Here's the center. There's a little bit of a 3/4 view. That's the center. The nose should be right there. The mouth is going to be down here, right about there. And this is I wouldn't worry about this too much. what's really important is trying to get that torso in there, that torso shape. And then the waist, here's the pelvis, probably about that big. And here's one leg. Now here is where we're going to get into the cylinders. You have a cylinder that's here. This is the thigh, the upper leg. It's coming down at an angle. There's a little bit of a pinch, a little bit of a pinch as it comes down, a little bit of a taper as it comes down here. And this is where that knee is. Now, I don't know if you got really seen and practiced those, practice the ratios, the proportions from last week. That should really help you here, getting the spacing and all this other stuff here on this figure. Here we go with another leg, and it's facing out this way. And it is I'll make it as first I'll simplify it as a cylinder, but then the muscles are on top of it. So the shape or the form goes like this. This is the form. This is the cylinder. And then you can see that the thigh muscle right in here bulges out a little bit there. And then on this side, it also bulges out. It bulges out. This one probably goes out a little bit more. You don't want to do them parallel here. You want to keep away from parallel. So it bulges more at the top, and then it tapers in. It shouldn't want to try to keep these forms not parallel, because then it or observe and try to see how it is different, because that's it'll keep your forms not looking like this, because you'll get something like this, like that, like crazy eight. It should kind of like go in and kind of like just slightly be off on the other side. This comes in and then this comes in. Yeah, those are the kind of forms that you'll be seeing. It almost cups. It almost cups like a cup, like there, and then there. You can see that. So yeah, that's just one of the things to watch out for, because you don't want it to look like a squeeze or like a ball like that one. All right, let's get these legs in there. The bottom leg's coming back at an angle. This is also kind of like a sphere this way. Cylinder, I'm sorry, a cylinder this way. A cylinder would kind of like be this way, like that. And this side, again, a little bit of a push right in there, a little bit of a bounce, and then back here, that calf muscle, and then it comes in, that calf muscle. So I'm just kind of like adding onto that form. I see how big this calf is. And probably stretch it out a little bit. Bring it down a little bit. I'm looking at see how big it is compared to the upper leg. And then the knee that's in there, right in there. And then here, this part of the ball of the foot coming forward. Bring that up. And then the toe. The toe in here. The toe is a little bit bent. I'm not going to do all that detail. I'm going to just simplify it into this trapezoid kind of shape, just like that. Here's that ball. Let me push that ball in a little bit more, and then I'm bringing it down, because it's that foot is on the floor solid. All right, and then we can bring that back. All right, I'll slow down a little bit. Pause for the cause. And it's good, yeah, use colored pencils, because it's just sketching. Then you can always, like on top, do a different color. Now this other foot here lines up with this one, but it's I'm going to bring it over here. I can see this already coming down here, and this is going to come out at an angle, but at where this foot is. And I'm kind of looking at this whole overall structure here, this structure shape. I can almost imagine a line here and see this as a shape in itself. This angle here, you can see that that shape there, and you can see the height compared to the width. And then you can see this other shape. You can want to focus in, focus out. Learn to focus in, focus out, and check your work. Like here, this is coming down at that angle, but then it does have a muscle on it. It does have a muscle on it. The calf muscle that goes, it sticks out a little bit more on this side. But the foot's going to come down to here. I'm just kind of blocking it in already, and it's going to be in this space. Right in there, right in there. I can do it lightly. I can see where it's going to fit, how it's going to fit the angle. and kind of just put it in lightly, and then draw it in. I can draw it in right on top. See, and all that little thing is just could be shading. It's all just shading. And it turns out this way because we're looking down on it. So this would kind of, if it was like a cylinder coming up this way, and then even on this side, there's a little bit of a muscle over it right in there. That muscle, that knee, the meniscus. Yeah, so my mom, she's doing better. Although they tried to sell her, oh my gosh, they tried to sell her a knee brace for like $200, saying that, oh yeah, the insurance is paying 80% of it. I'm like, yeah, $200? No, I don't think so. Well, we did pay, but then yeah, we were advised not to we were advised to cancel it. And we saw a lot of knee braces online for less. Sad state of affairs. Everybody wants to make a buck. Yep. All right, here we go. So you can see that cap right here. This is straight, and then that other muscle right in there. There we go. Then the foot arching over, a little bit of an arch. Then here, this form that's in here. Then the ball of the foot back here, and of attaching itself there. And notice these angles. The way this curves this way is because it's facing away from us. And you can only get that understanding from studying form. You got to study form, three-dimensional stuff, three-dimensional things. Even if it's here, that's fine too. Look around you, try to draw three-dimensional stuff. This is what makes drawing forms so difficult, figures difficult. One, because it's form. Two, because it moves. And three, you've got perspective and all kinds of stuff happening. Oh, it looks like I think I've got my legs a little far apart. I'm actually looking at it now. They do look a little far apart. It's okay. There should be, there's probably a little bit more of a width than but that's okay. There's all kinds of people. Some people have those hips, right? A little bit of hips right there. Too hip. There we go. That's fine. It's not a big deal. It is a little bit out. I can tell. Looking back and forth. Oh, you can see it back and forth. You can see what I got and what we got there. How accurate or inaccurate I've got it. Because it's hard. It's hard to kind of like draw, talk, and look and making sure everything's right. I'm back over here. Now I can see this arm that's coming up here. I can see, and I can actually line it up here and see how it comes out. About that much, and just this shape in there. I can just do bubble hands too. I mean, you can see just getting the angles, the bubble shapes. I can do the shapes. I can just do the shapes, and then on top of that, do the form. Like here, I'll start from the top. There's the shoulder here, and it's folded this way, and it would actually come back this way, and it would probably twist this way, that way. See that's the cylinder. That's the cylinder behind would be like that, but then they cap it off. But that you can see that as a cylinder. See, that's like a cylinder. If you haven't drawn these forms yet, you need to stop the video and look for these forms and draw these forms. You should draw the cylinder, the cube, and what else? The sphere, at least those, and just and see how they change in space. Anyways, the cylinder is capped off at the top, and then you're getting this space here, and then I guess it kind of rounds it out right there. That whole cap. That shoulder, and then you've got this other cylinder here. This tapers, comes here, and you can see how this comes this way. And if it would be a perfect cylinder here, it'd kind of be out like this. Notice that's a cylinder, and there it is, that cylinder right there. There's that cylinder, and out of that cylinder comes a hand, which is really small. This is actually, I don't even have it here. This is really small. You can see it on my finger there. It's my pinky. My finger, it's a really small hand. You won't get into drawing hands. You can just fake it like right there until you practice it and stuff. Sometimes you can, hey, I need to come back. You're not going to get good at drawing hands until you practice. You're not good at drawing hands. I can't draw hands until you practice. Yeah, there's a whole website. We got to find that and put in our resources. You can't until you practice. There's a whole series like that. And you have a thumb that's coming out. I'm going to simplify it. It's thumb. Then you've got all this the palm kind of coming out this way, and then you got the fingers coming out this way. And then down, there's a little bit of a bend. Yeah, so that's simplified. See, I'm simplifying it into that shape or form. And this would overlap that, and I would erase that, erase that part of the cylinder because the hand is over it. This this claw, that's no hand, that's a claw. And then, yeah, you can see the shading and this form, once you understand form too, you can actually shade it like this light's coming this way from the top usually, this side's, and really start giving it more form. As you know, as I would shade half of it and shade this half on this side, really start giving it more dimension. Just understanding where light source is. The light source, light bounces everywhere, but if you understand this like form and say, okay, the light's going to hit this form, and this side's, oh, I got my neck. It's a little bit in shadow, and this side's in shadow. Maybe there's another light coming on this side, so I can do the same here, or maybe a little bit of reflected light, so I can go dark and then go darker here, right in there. But this is just on just how to shade, depending on the pecs that are on top of the torso. All right, let's do that last hand, and then we'll be done. Let's do that last hand that's just sticking up here. So this hand, it's coming. Here's the joint there. Here's the upper arm. The upper arm is that, again, that tube. It's almost horizontal. There's a slight angle down. There's a slight angle down. On the other nights, we did the stick figure of the whole figure first. Then we made forms. Here we are making forms right away. Yeah, we are. We're jumping into just straight forms. But it's good. And we can do that on the next one. The next one, do the stick figure. Because you got to practice, maybe just doing stick figures one time, just say, okay, I'm just practice stick. I'm going to do a video. That's where my videos would come in. Or one night, maybe, hey, let's just do stick figures. Let's just do stick figures. Stick it to them.
I like that idea.
Yeah, stick figures. I'm doing this upper arm a little long. Let me make it a little bit shorter. Cut it right there. But it's not. Yeah, we'll do the next one as a stick figure. That's a good idea. That way we'll have it as a video, and then we can put all those little videos together eventually. So here's that tube, and that tube's coming out, right? That tube's kind of almost facing forward. You can see the front of it, and this is the back of it. And this one's kind of coming back, or it just depends on where we're looking, where your point of view is too. It's so interesting. Then we've got the upper arm. The upper arm would be a cylinder coming up like this and like this. I'm gonna draw it lightly first. And it's turning here, but there's a taper, but that's kind of like the cylinder. That's the cylinder. And then the hand is like that space right in there. Is it up? Yeah, there it is. You can see how it relates to the head. The hand is about as big as the head. Big of the face, as big as the face, actually. The hand, and you see that's the proportions there and there. But then again, if you have perspective, the hand coming closer to you in space, then it would be all right. There we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and do that forearm. The forearm, there's a muscle on this side. I'm just going to add it just a little bit, and then this side's a little straighter on that side, and then it does overlap that cylinder, the upper arm, because this is in front, and then that's behind. There's an elbow in there. Elbow. There we go. Let's just draw the hand. The hand is here's the palm, and you can cut this in half. Look at, there's the halfway point, and then half is the palm and half of the fingers. We discussed that when we talked about drawing hands. And then there's all this little detail and stuff. I'm going to just simplify it. You do have the pinky kind of sticking out a little bit right there. And then all these other fingers, kind of like one big mass right in there. You just see that one big mass. And then the pinky kind of sticking out right there. And then the thumb. Look down, look up, look all around. Look at my thumb. God, that goes to elementary school, at least the 70s. So I don't know how old that is. Little prank. And speaking of April Fools, a little prank we would do. as kids. Oh, we got the hand. I think that's pretty much it. I can try to fix the head a little bit. I'm not happy with it. Looks a little stretched. I think the eye should probably be a little bit lower. The ear right in here. And that's okay. It's just a sketch. It's just a sketch. You should be doing this in a sketchbook. This is not, all this stuff is just practice. It should not be finished drawing. You should not get hung up on, I know everybody wants to do perfect drawings. And see, but it comes with practice. You know, practice. There we go. Got the little bolt band in here. The torso is solid. Let's zoom out. There it is. They're all zoomed out. We got our little form here. Yeah, I think the head, it looks a little off. Mine looking a little off. That's okay. All right, let's see what we have next. Next on tap. Look at that. That's really good. I like that. Like that. You can see it's like coming out of a basket. That's the abdomen, the muscle there, all the muscles. All right, look at these. Oh, look at that. That's nice. The deltoids and that in there. That in there. Oh, look at that. Look at this facing forward. You can see how the neck kind of comes in. Look at that. It looks like a Spider-Man pose. Great stuff. Great stuff. Look at just broken down. Let's see which I'm trying to find one with a good stick figure. Oh, look at these boxes right in here. Look at that box. This is the box. With the back of the box would be there. You can see the cube shape, that pelvis, different ages. That one's really nice. There we go. Just showing off the book mostly. Yeah, pause it. You gotta almost have to pause this and find the drawings you like and draw them. Or get the book. I would strongly suggest. You got to support these artists giving out this knowledge. Look at that. I like this. Yeah, you can see the box again. The box, pelvis box. And the muscles. Oh, there's some of the muscles. Clavicles. The clavicle. There's the trapezium comes back here. It's actually a triangular muscle in the back. Trapezium. Oh, look at this again. See, we're gonna have to stop on one of these right now. Well, I think we're getting close. This is really nice. All these are really good. It's just the introduction. Oh, look at that. It looks like one of our poses from last week. See, this hand's bigger, this one's smaller. Notice the size change. Oh, this is good. I like this one. I like that pose as a stick figure. Let's see. Upper limb. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that hand. It doesn't break it down here. It doesn't on other pages. It just does these massive things. I think maybe we will just go with this drawing here. This one right in there. I'll put it to the side. And they have two versions of it. You can see the box in there. That's the pelvis in there that's hidden in the pants. And the head, it looks like it changes, but it's okay. I can block it all in first. Get that torso in. This is well, let's do our stick figure. Let's do our stick figure. So I can see that angle where the kind of the clavicle would be, that top angle. Then you have the arms. You can see one arm coming down here, one arm coming down here at this angle here, and then it comes in. And here's the back. I should probably bring it back a little bit, but it's the spine. The spine is the one that the spine, the flow, that spine you want to get that curves. Then the head. I'm gonna just try to block it in, but I've got the that top of the torso. This spine curves out. The back. Notice the top of the back, the inside back, and then here this is the this is where we have the pelvis, and the pelvis is really nice. You can see it over here. The pelvis, and I usually, yeah, we can draw that pelvis in the pelvis box. Bam, bam. And slight curve to it as it curves back, and a taper too. That taper. taper. And what's good is that this is solid. This is solid. This is a solid mass. The pelvis doesn't bend. It doesn't curve. It doesn't, well, it changes through because of perspective, but it doesn't other than that. And then you have muscles on top of it, and those will probably change a little bit, but this mass underneath, the structure underneath doesn't change. Because yeah, here you have the gluteus maximus, the glutes that are kind of attached to the box. Then you see at this angle here, and you would have another glute coming down in there like that, the glutes. I'm just rounding out and you're losing the box now, but the box, the structure is underneath, kind of like the structure of a house, right there. And then you can see the torso, my upper arms, and the torso up on top. It would be like right in here. You can see it. Bring it back. There's that torso. Bring this up so you can see what I'm doing. There's a torso. There's this. It's like an egg shape. It's like an egg shape. The torso. Egg form. I get upset when other teachers do it, but I want you to know that there's a difference. There's a difference between shape and form. All right, it's 541, 545, probably really close to it. Oh, and I can see the ratio, the hand, the torso compared to the pelvis. Then you got this arm here coming down at that angle. The upper arm, lower arm, kind of the same angle, stick figure. This one coming down, stick figure coming down behind the, on the other side of the torso. Gets lost back here. And then this leg goes up. So we have our shape here, stick figure. And this would be, interesting. This would be the bottom part of our stick figure. I would say this line here. And this line, the bottom of the box. Sometimes I use the top, sometimes I use the bottom or the middle. You got to know where it's at. But this is the time we're going to use the bottom. And you can see this, this leg coming up here at that angle as a stick figure. And then also just coming down slightly, it would slightly come down this way. But it's coming back into space. And then the toe, the foot behind, that's actually this cheek. This muscle here is resting on the foot, which is underneath right in here, right in there. Notice how it overlaps. And I'm just blocking it in with an oval shape. And it's a little more complex than that, but I'm really just trying to see the oval shape. See that oval shape? Simplify it. Simplify it here too, this oval shape for this other foot. And I know it's not exactly that oval shape because there's two parts. There's that angle this way and then this way. But you can see that afterwards. You can see that afterwards. I'm just trying to see the overall shape of that. You can see the feet are overlapping. Let me bring that up. These two shapes right in here and this whole mass right in there. Yeah, I can zoom in, zoom out. I don't know how to, describe that. And maybe we'll call it something and we'll put a video on it. And all right, there we go. That's it. So that's the other glute. Then this other leg comes out here. It's under this hand, right in there, coming out, and then it just comes back to the foot. And back and forth. So that's the structure. Stick figure somewhat. I got a little bit of a block in there, a little bit of an egg in there. Didn't totally do it stick figure. I'll try to do it again. But I blocked it in. We're going to start from the top and then go to the bottom. I kind of got the feel of it. I feel, let me look back and forth. Yeah, I see now I'm trying to get a little more of the form of it, or the form. This is this thicken up that leg, that thigh that's going to go in there. And thicken up the torso. I know the torso. I'm trying to see this as a big form. I know I'm going to bring down the head a little bit. Bring down the head a little bit. Bring down the shoulder a little bit. I'm looking back and forth at what I'm drawing. That really helps. That really helps. I'm probably going to dig up some more books and do that. We're doing drawing side by side with the book. But we're going to have 2 cameras eventually. So 2 or 3 cameras. I saw that it actually, the program OBS actually does more than you can do quite a few cameras. I think like up to 6 cameras, or I don't know, 8 cameras. We're definitely not going to do that many. Or we can actually do like the camera zooming in and zooming out. All right, I'm doing the shoulder, the neck. I'm putting a little bit of a form to it. But here's the that muscle, part of the trapezium in the back. That's what's going on there, the trapezium. And you see a little bit of the clavicle in the front, right in there. So it's kind of protruding. That's what that is, that little bit of the clavicle. And that you get that from understanding the muscles in the form. This is the clavicle. This is not the clavicle. This is the spatula. What is? Oh my God! Saying that
Scapula.
Scapula. There you go. Thank you. And a brain fart. The scapula. Yeah. And it glides over the muscle underneath. The scapula. It's a whole bone. And I haven't really studied how it does that and how it goes on there, but I know it's there and you'll see it. And they're like, okay, there's the scapula. And there's the scapula. And here's the other scapula on this other side over here. Down at that angle, that I can almost imagine it like hugging that body right in there. Notice how it just hugs there. And that scapula coming back up, and it's a little bit smaller here because it's back in space. This one's closer, it's bigger. Then hugging that torso as it comes down and then curves out. And I think I might have extended this a little bit longer than it is in the picture, but that's okay. That's okay. What's important is that you're getting it, you're seeing it, and then eventually the proportions and all that stuff that'll come together. But you can see all that's construction already happening. And a little bit of a abdomen belly coming this way. It sticks out a little bit more, a little bit of roundedness. And then you've got the pants kind of like going around that. That could be the pelvis right in there, a little part. And then it comes out straight right in there. And I don't know what's going on. There's got the pants and other stuff kind of wrapping around it. And it probably comes in a little bit more. Curves out. That's it. And then the upper arm. Let's bring this up. There we go. That's fitting. Yeah, this head angle is really interesting. It's looking to the left. It's looking to the left. And you can see the whole front of the face. I can actually see this would be the shield. I'm going to simplify it. Here's the shield and here's the oval shape. There's that oval shape, the Loomis head right there. The oval shape and then the shield of that face right in there. See, being able to see these parts and that form, that mass of that that's kind of like egg shape or sphere shape, and then the shield of the face. And then I can start breaking down the eyes. The eyes would probably it should be close to the center. I bring it down. Then the nose goes out right in there. It's coming out. And it's really small. I'm changing it up a little bit. That's okay. You see, and then the eye, I'm probably just going to put a little bit of a dark space. I'm not going to worry about the detail. We're really just focusing on the structure. You see, you can just lock all this stuff in quickly. Depends on what you're studying, what your focus is. Our focus is figure drawing, not too much the face or all this stuff. I'm kind of put it in there. What are you focusing on? What's the focus? A little bit of a shadow there. I like the way it feels, looks. I don't know, they have it tilting up a little more. Yeah. Look at that. Yeah, they have it tilting a little more, even flattened. You can see this, feel this, the back, and then the small of the back. That's the small of the back. Bam, as it comes down. All right, we got the deltoid. There's the deltoid, and then the bicep. And then elbow in here. I don't know how the elbow is. And it tapers down to the lower arm here. as it curves onto the thigh. A little bit of overlapping. And you can see that. And we start off as a kind of stick figure. We'll try to see if we can get the next one also a stick figure. Per request. And if you just, that's what you're at, that's where you're at, that's where you're at. You got your stick figure and you do another stick figure. If we're going too slow, or if we're going too fast, then you're getting more detail. You got to go at your own pace. And just practice, 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 trying to draw what you see, seeing the shape, seeing every drawing is a puzzle. Every drawing is an opportunity to shoot for angles, shoot for proportions, practice, practice, patience, practice your patience and your persistence. It's like, I'm not going to give up till I get it. I'm not going to give up till I get it. And even this leg here is a cylinder. I mean, draw that cylinder. It would be a cylinder kind of like that. You kind of see it as a cylinder in here, facing away from us. Big cylinder. There. See, it's behind 3D supervision. Superman supervision. Do you think Superman needed, if he had kids, would they need supervision? That's is that the first joke of the night? All right. Quack myself up. Okay, so here's the ball of the foot right here. You can see it's an actual ball, and I can actually, I'm bringing it up a little bit, and then the bottom of that, you can see that ball and coming down, how it's going to fit in here, and then here's the that part of the lower leg that goes underneath the thigh up here. And this is really good, copying from here, and then actually taking a life drawing class and really drawing from life or from photographs. You can see the stuff in the real world, how it applies. And here, this bottom of the foot, the real bottom of that ball, that foot, and a couple little wrinkles in there where it bends, comes open. And then we can bring it back. And there's a toe on here, the big toe on over there. And the other toes in here. I'm just going to block them in. See, this is the big toe, and the other ones are just like in here in that shape. And if I really wanted to, I can just, I don't know, break that into smaller shapes and not worry about too much about detail. Trying to get the big shapes, There's the bottom of this other foot back here. The ball is, that foot's underneath. And then here's that whole little layer of toes in here. And I probably brought it out. I did bring it out compared to the book. The book, there's a lot more overlap. It actually comes in here a little bit more. I did bring it out. Then here you have this, just like you have this thigh. Now it would, this thigh does curve. See, I know this muscle. I've drawn it before, so I know it comes in. Even though I haven't, even though it doesn't show there, this upper thigh muscle just curves in, and then you have this, then it goes out for that knee. And you'll remember, that's how you draw from memory. You'll say, oh, okay, I remember this form, this whole same thing. It's facing away from us. So there's a little bit of foreshortening here in this leg as it comes back into space, as it goes back into that Z space. So that's that thigh, leg, and it connects underneath here to this other foot. And then here we go. We got this upper arm. This is the last one. We got this arm coming this way with the elbow there, and then the arm coming in. And so probably the spacing here. I did stretch out this character in here. I did stretch mine out. That's okay. That's all right. We're still here. There's the deltoid. There it is. Then the arm down there. Bam, bam. There we go. That's it. That's it. All right. Not too bad. It was hard for me to get the right angles when we went straight to forms, but maybe that comes with practice. Yeah, it does come with practice. The forms, you got to practice drawing forms. let's see, let's find another picture. Upper limb. Oh, see, it really breaks it down. Look at that, the upper limb. Again, you can see the deltoid and how it attaches here, and then it just comes down, and this almost even looks like a piece. This took me a while to figure out, like, oh man, how does that attach? I had to study that. And here's the overlapping too with this arm, this on top, this underneath, and this on top, and then it coming forward here. These are all really good. Oh, the length of the arm. Look at, there's the middle. See, here's the middle, that elbow, right to the finger. That makes this shorter. See, the middle from this knuckles to the clavicle, or that deltoid part. And look at the way that one's broken. They really break down the form. I've had a couple of really good anatomy books that break it down like that. But it was easier for me to buy it than to look for them at this point right now, the way things are in what I'm doing. I need to organize. I had all my books organized, but we had a little challenge with our washing machine, and I had to move that whole wall and move all my books. And I got like, oh, I had already set them up. So that hand is really good. But that proportion, looking at these marks, this was really good. This one right here, that one, yeah, from the knuckle to the elbow. And then you can see the wrist. The lower arm is smaller, but that's a good landmark. Good landmark. Those are good to find and see. And this looks like a one finger, but it's really here. This is the upper arm, lower arm, and then the hand. As it gets smaller, as it gets further back. That's a really nice arm. This one too. Yeah, when I saw this book, I was like, this is really good. This is gold. This is gold stuff. Gold. Well, you see the torso and the pelvis overlapping. We'll see if YouTube doesn't. I heard of another channel getting cut because they were doing figure drawings, but these are drawings. I don't know if they had pictures or too much information. TMI. Oh, that's good. Look at those hands. Oh, this is just pause that and you can draw those hands right there. Bam. There's some more hands. All those angles and yeah, look at that, more hands. These are really good. Cylinders, like I showed you guys. But it's all about the practice. I can show you. You can lead a horse to water. You got to drink this stuff. You gotta kind of observe, look, see, and practice drawing. And then you'll run across this. Oh, I've drawn this before. Oh, I've seen this before. You know, there's the palm, there's the fingers, the parts. And yeah, draw these things. But we're doing figures. There's the lower limb. Wow, the lower limbs. Oh, look at that. Damn. Breaking it down. Lower limb. Ooh. Let's see. Which one do I like? Oh, look at that. I like that one. It's really simple blocks. I think we're going to do this one. It's really small, but I really like it. Really like it. Yeah, let's do that one. Let's do it. Even though it's right in that edge. I'll zoom in too, which is going to make my drawing, my quality kind of go down. Let's see if I have. Yeah.
Claudio, this is Peggy, and I joined kind of late. What book are you using?
We highlighted this book. It's the Morpho book, Simplified Forms by Michelle Laudicella.
Okay.
Rocky Nook. Yeah, you're welcome. Really good book. Yeah, like I said, I'll dig up my other books. This is really good. This is really good. And I came across another one too. In Alhambra, we have a book, art store, art gallery, and they had some really good books in there too. I was like, breaks the foot down, all this stuff. Just got to practice. All right, we've got a half an hour. Let's wind this up. I think we're going to probably draw 2 more from this book, and then we're going to get to the ones. Oh, I like this one too. All right, this will be our second one. Second to last from the book, or actually the last one. This will be our next one, and then we'll do that one. All right, here we go. Let's see.
And you did start recording at the beginning?
Yes, this is recording.
Okay.
It's recording right now. I can check. It says, yeah, it says recording. Yeah, we're recording. It's in the upper right. That's it. Yeah, I can see recording. All right, here we go. Let's do this. It is recording. Now I just got to make sure to put it up. And I've been good at putting them up. It's just that one, that December 22nd, the day that will live in infamy.
Yes. Well, I didn't remember pushing. It always comes up and says you're being recorded. Push a button if this is okay with you. And I couldn't remember pushing the button. But
it's all good. All right, so here's my head. There's my head. Here's the torso. Stick figure. I can if this would be the stick figure, you can kind of see the neck in there, and then you can see the that top of the torso. That would be that stick, and then here you can see this body moving forward and to the pelvis. Trying to get that. And then the arm is coming from that top line, coming forward at one angle, and then coming down at another angle, and then there's the hand right about there. See that's where that shape is. Then hopefully this line doesn't confuse you, but here's my stick figure. I'm trying to get the stick figure in there. Here's that the shoulders, and then this hand coming down this way, and then the hand coming in that way. Here's this, and then the legs coming out. This would probably be the top of that torso. The top of the pelvis, I'm sorry. And you have one leg coming back this way to the knee. This one coming here. And this is good to do when you're doing stick figures, just get where the knees and the joints are. Here's an elbow right in there. The elbow's right there. Elbows right there. And seeing the relationship of these points and where they are in relationship to each other. And it probably looks like I'm having them a little further apart. I can probably bring it over a little bit more to get it more accurate and do these adjustments before I get into drawing more. See that this leg flows out this way. And yeah, camera's not good. Can't wait. I'm gonna get a really nice camera. Actually, I need to just set it up for Thursday. Thursday we'll have that camera set up. And then this foot, notice this is just like a triangle right in there, that triangle shape, that coming out this way, and then this toe coming down here. This, notice the placement of both heels. This one's up a little bit higher, and then this one I would say, if I were to simplify it, into this triangular shape right there too. It does go in, there's more bends into it, but I see this triangular form just to get me started, just to get it in there. Let's see if I need to make an adjustment, maybe bring this up a little bit more, a little bit higher. See the relationships of everything. So that's my stick figure, and I'm sticking to it. That looks pretty good right there. Ah, my daughter. Oops. Hey, Mama. Hey. We're in drawing class, drawing people. Really, really. Yeah. Yeah. All right. I don't know. I'm drawing. Okay, hold on. I'll talk to you in a minute. Here we go with the form. Here's the box, that torso. Okay, so here's the torso. The box, this is the top of the box. And these two lines are parallel because that's the top. And then you have this one right here, this line right here. And this is the point that's closest to us. So if you haven't, you see, I would send you to that video, drawing boxes. This is the point that's closest to us. And then this side right here just comes down this way. And this is the back of that box. Cube, and then it coming back up and over like that, and this is the back this way. It's got a really nice shift. I'm actually probably even more than what I'm getting here. More, I'm stiffening them out. I don't want to stiffen them out, but that's the box that's there, and this side of the box would probably curve up because that one's going up. That's the point closest to us. Then you have the on this side you have that cylinder of the upper arm. You can see it kind of like right in there, that cylinder fits right in there like that. Oh, I'm gonna bring it down. Just looked up on my screen. Let's since we're here already on this part, do that face, the face shield. That's the face shield. That's the part facing us. And then this side of the face that's away from us. There's two sides. Like on a cube, the most you can see is three sides: the front, the top, and the right side. Here we're seeing the front and the right side and a little bit of the top. There's all the top right in here. See those three sides? See the three sides. You can the most you can see on a dice has six sides, right? And the most you can see at one time is three sides. The least is one side if you're just looking straight at it. If you're looking straight at it like this, you just see one side. Right, then as it moves around, you can change the angles and change all that stuff. You really need to practice drawing those cubes to get this, get that, and understand it. It just comes with time and practice, but knowing what you're focusing on. If you're just shooting at the dark and just practicing, you're gonna be running in circles. But you know, okay, I need to practice my form, and then you just you go through a phase where you're just doing form. Just doing form, you're looking for it, you're seeing it everywhere. Oh, look, there's a cylinder, right? There's a cylinder. Oh, hey, it's got an angle to it. Look at this cylinder. The top is a cylinder. Notice how it changes. There's a circle. Notice the circle, and as it changes in space, it turns into an oval and ellipse. And see, that's why that form is so important. Seeing it, drawing it. And then you can draw from imagination, like so many people. Hey, how do you draw from imagination? Well, then, can you draw a square from your imagination? Yeah. And can you draw a cube from your imagination? Yeah. There's the hand coming at a different angle, all the little fingers and stuff I'm not going to worry about. And here's the upper arm on the right side. Adjust it a little bit. It's attached. And it's just in there. It's on there, in there. Then it's coming down. What's it looking like? Yeah. I think it's going a little bit, I don't know. It should be lower. I'm looking at my negative space here. I don't know. Here's the pelvis right here, the pelvis on this one. This pelvis shape. And they've got it more of a, it should be more of a, I don't know, seeing it. It's looking like a, oh, okay, that's what it is. This is the front. Oh, this is the taper. That's what it is. So this is the front. And then the thigh is in front of it. But I think I'm in the wrong spot. So here's the back part. This is the top. And this is the point closest to us. I should give it a name. This point right here. This point is the closest point to us in space for this cube right here. And then everything kind of comes back. It goes back, goes back. Right in there. You'll have to watch the part on drawing cubes. There we go. That's that cube. And then yeah, that's it. Because it's not too clear in there. That would be the cube. This is the front. That's the side. And that's the top. And then you have the thigh that goes over it. Here's that thigh, which is a cylinder that has a bend in it. A little bit of a bend. Notice that bend and taper as it comes in. And here's that cylinder facing us. It's coming towards us. And then you've got the knee that's right in there. Horseshoe. What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Willis? What are you talking about, Mama? See, now when you see the form, I can shade each side of the form. This really pushes the three-dimensionality of it, because the light hits here, and this is dark. This is light. This is dark. This is dark. The light's hitting on that side, dark. Here's this same thing with this bottom. Again, this is lower and this is higher up. This is higher up. Don't do these two lines parallel. See this back calf? There it is. To thin part. Down. I already have the foot. I like that foot. Man, there's more detail there, but I like that, just that shape, that triangular shape. I'm keeping it. I don't have to do all the detail like the fingers here and just scribble them in. There's fingers in there. So you don't have to get, if you're having trouble with something, just okay, it's somewhere in there. Nobody's gonna know. It's just a sketch. It's just a sketch. Look at that. Bam, bam. This thigh coming back here, thigh master. the Suzanne Summers. All right, here we go. That was a summer. I need my laugh track. Martha, where's my laugh track? All right, here's the tapering thigh that comes forward. What was that? And then I hear you. Like that. And this leg is actually a little bit higher. It's higher. This leg is higher. It's back in space. The way it's going. Let me see. Yeah. And it curves. It's curving forward. And back. A little bit of perspective to it. There's a little bit of perspective to it. I mean, if we can actually put toe to toe and then this to back, and we'd probably get to a vanishing point from here to here. This leg is higher up. This one's lower. That looks pretty good. And then you can put the little form on that foot and toe. Let's go back and check everything. I'm happy with it. If I need to make any adjustments, all this is in shadow. I can put a little bit of shadow in there. Give it a little more form. Just seeing the way that the form is lit up. There we go. We got all kinds of lights in here now. There it is. Pretty close. I think, I don't know, this leg probably needs to come in. It's all good. All right, let's get to our last one. Where was he at? Where's that last picture? Just the angle. Oh, I passed it. Lower lift. Yes. Where'd he go? Which one that I really like? Is that it? I can't remember. Is that it? Oh, that one's a good one. Look at the angle on this. You're looking down on it. That's a neat one. Top left, a couple back. Was it that one? Top left, a couple back. Top left. Oh, did I skip it? Left, a couple back. I can't remember which one it was. I can't even see the one we just did right now. Well, here's the one we just did. So I knew it was after this one. Oh, that one's a neat one. If I can't find it, we'll do that one. That's a good one. Top left, couple back. That's a good one. Cross-legged one, that's the one. This one? Yeah, okay. All right. All right, right. Oh, okay, maybe I'll put it on. Ooh, then I'll cover it up with my hand. Oh, that's pretty neat. That's neat too. I mean, I can see this triangle in here. Look at this. It looks like the letter P. If you can see the letter P in there, that's half the battle right in there. Oh, see these big shapes. Don't worry about the detail. This will really help. I mean, this is really nice. This will really help. If you almost get this triangle, and then the detail, break it down into the parts. See the big things, see the small things. Parts and whole, being able to see the parts and whole. All right, so it looks like I think we're going to draw the cross-legged one. It's neat too. I like that one. That one has a little bit of vanishing point as it comes down, it gets smaller. Wrestler. All right, let's hurry up because it's already 6:15. We got to get to some. Yeah, let's do this one. Well, I'm going to draw this one really quick. I'm going to speed up on this. I'll get my let's see. Yeah, here we go. How's that? Let's zoom in a little bit because it's small again. Let's set it up on our page. There we go. I'm going to draw this one a little faster. All right, so try to stay. And here we go. Here's the head at a slight angle. Where's that oval shape? Not worrying about the details. There's a lot of details. If you want to go in there and get all that detail, you can. I did this with that ratios and that crowd scenes. That's why we had that crowd scene. It's just, there's a head. Here's the torso, the top of the torso, almost straight across with a little bit more on the right. Here's the shoulders. See, I can put those shoulders in there. Then I can get down to the elbows. Elbows are going to be there. This elbow coming down. This angle here is steeper down. This one's not as steep. There's the elbow, arm, then the hands. There's the hand right in there. Bring down the elbow a little bit. Right there, right there. And here's the other hand coming down here. Let me see. Here's the torso, but we're focusing on the stick figure, pelvis. I'm trying to see all this as one big shape as well. This is because then here we have the bottom, this bottom leg facing us, and then the toe, the foot, and I see this triangle right in there. I don't know. It's just from practice, because I know it's not exactly what's there, but I'm kind of capturing the placement of it. Yeah, I don't know. This other one here too. Look at this other one. Here's the other triangular kind of shape that kind of goes in there. And I'm just using that as a placeholder. This other arm, there it is. See, I mean, that's pretty good. And that's a little blurry. So we're zoomed in so much. But I'm trying to now get the torso the way it is going forward. There is a slight angle, this angle here, this whole thing going forward. There we go. Actually, just by doing those two lines, kind of does it. All right, so now there's our stick figure. Let's start putting it in. You can see the torso going above that clavicle. Back here, this torso egg shape, that torso solid mass. And then it's cutting in the there's a sternum. This cuts out. This is the yeah, right in there. That shape, that form, you got it. I don't know. It's just coming from practice drawing that form. Ready? And then you have the abdomen. And then here's the pelvis block. Which way is it facing? Is there another breakdown? No. Here's that. This is the closest side to us. This would be the top of that pelvis block. It would be somewhere in there like that. Yeah, look at that. That looks good. And here's that belly button. I think there's a belly button. And then the center of the front line. See it coming down in here. That center line. Curves. Slight curve. That's it. That's looking good. Right in there. I like it. Okay, I'm a little bit more of a neck. I need to bring that head up slightly. Bring that head up slightly. So just by bringing, look at, see right there, just brought it up. Where I had the head, that's my shadow now. And there's cheekbones, there's all kinds of other stuff. But keep it simple. Keep it simple, student. Here's the front of the face, and then the back of this right side. Kind of like this would be the shield, the front part, and then this would be the little bit of the that ball, the head start right there. I'm not going to worry about it. I can actually draw the center line of that face, the center line, and then the axis lines in there, just for the fun of it. So there's the neck, the bottom as a cylinder right in there as it's attached to the torso. There's the deltoid. Shoulder comes down. Then you have this elbow right in there. And this would go in front. This is in front. There's some overlapping here on that chest. This goes underneath. And the hand, I can keep it simple. Where's just that shape? Keeping it as a shape, as this like it looks like a cup. Like it tapers out. And then if I wanted to add some fingers on it, there's the fingers, another set of fingers as it goes around this thigh. In there. And here's the calf muscle, that calf muscle right there. As it attaches itself, here's that ball of the foot, the toes. Keep it like that. Keep it simple. A little bit of a turn. Bam! Look at that. Bam! Then the thigh, the upper thigh, that's right in there. Look at that. That looks really good. Pretty close. Looking back and forth, not too shabby. Other foot right in there, ball of the foot. Bam. Bam. See this hand over here, bringing it down a little bit. That's where the hand is. Wonder this angle. I wonder if it goes up a little bit more. I think the shoulder's a little higher. I'm gonna bring it up slightly. Yeah, bringing it up slightly. Out. Down. That hand. Yeah. You're going to church? Oh, okay. 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 All righty then. All right. Love you. All right. Bye. Bye. All right. So you can see here, this goes over. That's that the pectoralis goes up to that deltoid. And I think that's even part of the deltoid. I was looking at the muscle. It was really interesting the way it attaches there. All those little attachments, the way things attach, the way that's really important to memorize that stuff. That only comes from drawing this from memory after you draw it. Well, understanding the forms first. The hand, there's the thumb there, and all these fingers. I'm not going to worry about them. They just go down and around. I'm just trying to draw the outline, that shape. Oh, and I forgot that. I'll bring this down on this side. Yeah, there it is. That looks pretty good. Bam. All right, that's the one. Yes, that looks good. That looks good. I like that. Probably a little bit higher up there. I'm looking back and forth, seeing what I missed. Kind of this torso and everything tilts forward a lot more. All right, those look good. Those look good. All right, let's go to our meetup website. Let's share our screen. Let's see what we can do there. See what we've got. We've only got like 10 minutes. So let's see what we're gonna draw. Finish this night up. All right, thank you for joining us. Here we go.
We have 5 minutes if you go by a clock that's right.
Okay. All right, now I'll give you extra time. All right, we've got that one. I like that one. I like that one. Ellen, you tell us, which one should we draw? Stick figure.
You've got 2 Ellens now. You've got Ellen number 1 and Ellen number 2 now. You've got an Ellen Miller in today.
Oh, all right. Ellen, you're number 1.
And I don't know which one you can do. Oh, I love that one. We can do one cat. I love that one too.
Okay, I'll break this one down. We'll do 2 drawings. Watch. 2 drawings in 5 minutes. All right, so let me screenshot that one. And we're going to do 2. Watch. Right, here we go. All right. Thank you for joining us. Let's get this. Where's my chat? There it is. All right, I'm going to screenshot this one right in there. Bam, capture the flag, and it's in the chat. And let's do that one. Let's just jump to it. All right, let's go. Let's go. All right. Practice. It's about practice. Praise the practice, praise the process. It's the how, the process. See, here we go. Ready? I'm gonna zoom out a little bit. There we go. All right, like I said, I did see that. I just see that that whole set of cats there. And see all the parts in the hole and how they fit. Then down here's that torso. I can actually, it looks like a mushroom for me. Looks like a mushroom. And you can see the ratio, the height, the width, and the proportions, how big this is compared to that, how it all fits. I mean, if you see it, it's really just that practice. And then here's the head. I would say the head's right in there with the beard coming in here like this. See, this is the structure I kind of see of the shapes. And then all these cats, these arms in here, then all these cats in there, all these cats. Scat cats. It's like, oh my gosh, I know I've done stuff where like, oh wow, a lot of people wouldn't have handled it on their own, but because I've broken it down, you know, that really helps people. So here's the top thighs, and then this other foot, one foot comes a little bit lower here, and then here's the toe. Thank you guys for those of you who donated. That got us our lights and our camera stand, setting it up, and other stuff that I'm working on. Awesome. I feel like we're getting a studio going here. It's actually exciting. I don't know if you can tell the difference with the lights, but yeah, we've got some big lights here. I can actually adjust and move. Hopefully it doesn't. Oh, with the cameras, once you get the better camera up, that'll be really good too. Oh yeah, this looks really bright on my side anyways. It looks like there's a shadow up here somehow, but that's all good. All right, so there's a little bit of a bend on that foot. This one does go lower. It looks like this is kind of like he's like stepping back. And there's a little bit of an angle on that foot. And I think when I see compare these two side by side, this foot should be a little bit lower. Probably bring it down. I'm seeing this whole kind of like hole is a big shape, right? As a big shape too. The nose will be sticking out maybe right about in here. That nose sticks out right in there. And then we've got the cats, a whole bunch of cats. All right, let's start breaking it down. I see 3 cats right in here. These 3 cats, I booked, there's 3 cats right there. See, I just started, and there's another 3 cats right here, a triangle of cats over here. See, notice how I'm breaking it down. Notice how I'm breaking it down. There's 3 cats there. And then, oh, you're welcome. There's 3 cats there. And then there's 1 solo cat right underneath that right there. So we got 3 cats, 6 cats, 7 cats right there. And then on this side, we have a ball of cats. I don't know. There's a ball of cats right in there. I don't even know. I just see it as a shape or a form right in there. There's a ball of cats and there's another cat right in there.
Do you know this story?
No, I remember it from elementary school, but I can't recall it completely. I remember the book.
Oh, yeah.
What was it?
An old man goes to find a cat because he and his wife are lonely. And he comes to a hill where there are hundreds of cats, thousands of cats, millions and billions and trillions of cats. And it keeps saying that line. Anyway, he does get a cat.
Oh, nice. I simplified the hands to 2 circles. Yeah, kind of. It's that, and there was another one. Of the Chinese brothers, 7 Chinese brothers, and I think it was. I don't know if it's the same artist or it was around the same time. But
I don't think it's the same artist. There's actually more than one version of that. The 7 Chinese brothers.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of different cartooning and whatnot.
Yeah.
Wanda Gog also did The Funny Thing.
Oh.
It's about a monster that wants to eat children's dolls.
Wow.
But the little old man in the forest fixed him up something else so he won't eat the little children's dolls.
Uh-huh. All right.
Jum gels. I think he invented jum gels.
Oh, well, interesting. Well, there's a lot of legs in here. I'm not going to worry about that. Thank you for those facts. It's great. See if I can get. If I get the head, I'm going to be happy. I'm happy with where everything's at. And I kind of broke it down into like big shapes. These 3 cats here, these 3 cats over there, and the ball of cats there, and then the 2 hands I just did as 2 circles. Not worrying about the fingers, just worrying about the placement. Worrying about that. Then I can see. Okay, here's the hat kind of coming up at this angle right in there. Then the nose coming down and out, really pointy nose right there. Bam, right in there, just like that. I'm not breaking it down too much. I'm kind of speeding through it. I wish I could. We're out of time. Do the best you can. Always do the best. Take on the challenge. If you get it, you get it. If you didn't, that's okay. And I'm speeding. Give him a ticket. All right, the eye is just going to be
precision, not perfection.
Oh yes, precision. I'm shooting for precision. It's okay if it's not perfect. Trying to do the best I can. Trying to get as precise as I can. Precision, not perfection. There you go. Awesome. And there's all right, there we go. So there's that football shape for the eye, and then the pupil, which is going to probably be in the under there, kind of in like that. And I'm making it actually clearer than it is in the picture. The picture's kind of hard to see. Actually, I'm doing it because I've drawn these things before, and I know kind of where they go and kind of what the structure of it. See, that's why that's like that. And then here's this axis line, this angle of this whole form of the hat kind of coming back up that way. Probably push. There's a little bit of a push back on that form there. Look at that. Man, like it's nothing. Then there's hatching. One side is shadow. Then the other side over here. And I think we're out of time, but I'm gonna keep going really quick. Yeah, we are out of time. All right, I'll just pick up the space. Yeah, there's so much here. So much going on here. The hair going back. It's just broken down there. There's the beard, lines in it. Just doing it here now. There's one cat right about it here. There's another cat over here. The ears, the hair on top. Another cat facing out from our triangle of cats. That's right there. Ear. Millions and billions and trillions of cats. Oh. One right in there. Two eyes. They're just two dots for the eyes. Cute. Yeah, they're just two dots for the eyes. There's one arm over the arm, one cat arm. One that other cat arm just sticking out like this over that. Here's I'm gonna bring this arm over his arm, and that there's a shadow hatching underneath. And then his hands, really simple. They're not in proportion or anything. It's just they're just like nubs like that, cartoon nubs. Here you can only see a thumb on that side, and the other fingers are actually behind this other hand a little bit. There's some overlapping. There it goes. There's that hand. There's that hand. All right. Oh, good. I've got a close-up. Ready for my close-up. Here's that singular cat. And all it is just ears and two eyes. These cats. Oh, overlapping. There's some overlapping. There's a cat that overlaps. The tricky part is going to be getting the legs to match up. That's going to be a little tricky. There's overlapping, which I kind of, well, oh well. Only you know. I didn't get the overlapping of that cat. We can fake cats in there. There's thousands and billions and millions of cats. It's a cute story. Numbers, scale, proportions. There's a cat right there, a cat right above it. Yeah, I am speeding, so do the best you can. I'll catch the video, do a pause. And then you too will be able to draw this fast, but just give it time. Be patient with yourself. Be patient, persistent, keep at it. And then you can pick up speed. It takes time. You got to play the long game. Don't worry about, it doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as it takes. As long as it takes. What I mean by takes, like, when something takes, it latches on. Doesn't matter how long it takes, as long as it takes, it holds on. All right, because once it takes, that's it. You have it. You have it. And nobody knows how long it took you to take it. I don't know. It took me a long time to draw. Believe it or not, I'm giving you guys shortcuts. It took me years to learn some stuff.
You were drawing your father's house when you were 5.
Yeah, I know, but took me years to figure certain things out. But that's why, I mean, you have a lot of the shortcuts I didn't have. And a lot of stuff troubles that I had for years that it's like, oh, I figured it out. I'm just throwing legs in here. Yeah, I knew drew my parents' house when I was 5. But yeah. There it is. What's that? Okay, that's it. I think we're gonna call it a night. I gotta go. These other legs, see, I'm just gonna. Nobody even knows. See what attaches it to what? They're kind of like just all these spaghetti shapes, kind of just coming out.
It's seriously cute, and it looks very nice in blue.
Yeah, there it is. Bam. Let's finish up his leg here. Yep, round it a little more. It's got shadows on one side, hatching. Shaping the leg, form. This one forward. And he's got like some kind of toe. And then this one at an angle. This one's tilting that way. Stepping forward or stepping back. Something. That's it. All right, let's call it a night. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, Alan, for all your help and suggesting our crowd scene here. And let's see if we can, I don't know, post something. Oh, I really like that one. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I know that one's going to take a while. It's a shame we're not doing this one. I'll just share my screen again because, funny. I had it on all the time. I didn't, oh, well, it's all good. It's all good. It's all good in the head. Here you can see it. Oh, it looks like finished. All right, thank you for joining us. I gotta go. See you Thursday or on our recording. Good night.